Hello there, very good evening and welcome to the news at 6. I'm Tracy Shilshi and in the next 30 minutes I'll be beginning the day's top developing stories, starting with the headlines. Indian forces arrest a Pakistani spy and 2 Jaish terrorists a day after BSF killed 7 Pakistani rangers and a militant. Forces also retaliate against shelling at Araspura, Samba and Kathua sectors. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the terminal building of the Vadodara airport, distributes artificial limbs and assisting devices to over 10,000 Divyangs in the city. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley asks private sector to pick up pace with the government's efforts to promote economic growth at the Global Investors Summit in Indore. BJP MP Varun Gandhi refutes allegations of leaking military secrets to an arms dealer, says he will take legal action against people deliberately trying to tarnish his reputation. And in a 3-pronged attack, Iraqi coalition forces mount a full-scale offensive to retake the Christian town of Karakosh and 2 villages in Mosul. Our top story, Prime Minister Narendra Modi today inaugurated the international terminal at Harni Airport in Vadodara. It is the country's second eco-friendly airport after Kochi and the first in Gujarat. The Prime Minister also talked about the new aviation policy implemented by the Gujarat government and how it was set to boost the aviation sector. This was his first visit to Vadodara after becoming PM.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the integrated terminal building of Vadodara's Harni Airport in Gujarat on Saturday. Speaking at the event, the Prime Minister expressed happiness over 2 Indian airports joining the green movement.
मुझे खुशी है कि भारत में नई सरकार बनने के बाद 2 एयरपोर्ट एक प्रकार से ग्रीन मूवमेंट का हिस्सा बने हैं। एक एयरपोर्ट अभी उद्घाटन किया कोची में, केरल में, और दूसरा आज वडोदरा का राष्ट्र को समर्पित हो रहा है।
Modi also spoke about the government's new aviation policy and growing tourism in the country.
बहुत ही निकट भविष्य में दुनिया का 3रे नंबर का देश बनेगा जहां एयरपोर्ट एक्टिविटी के मानकों को पार कर जाएगा। इससे रोजगार की संभावनाएं बढ़ने वाली है। इसके कारण आर्थिक कारोबार को गति आती है और देश आजाद होने के बाद पहली बार इस सरकार ने अलग से एविएशन पॉलिसी बनाई है।
The new terminal, built at a cost of 160 crore rupees, is spread over 18,120 square meters. It has the ability to handle 700 passengers per hour.
इसका कुछ खूबियां हैं जो पहले एयरपोर्ट टर्मिनल जो बाजू में है वो उससे ये 4 गुना ज्यादा बड़ा है। पैसेंजर एरिया जो है तो एक तो पैसेंजर कंफर्ट काफी ज्यादा रहेगा। इसमें काफी ग्रीन फीचर्स इनबिल्ट किए गए हैं। लाइट जो है डे लाइट फीचर्स काफी इंट्रोड्यूस किए जो सारे लाइट जलाने नहीं पड़ेंगे। बाथरूम सब में लाइट सेंसर्स हैं। दूसरा यहाँ 500 डोमेस्टिक पैसेंजर्स और 200 इंटरनेशनल पैसेंजर्स एक ही कॉम्प्लेक्स से अवर जवर कर सके, इस तरह का व्यवस्था, इसलिए इसको इंटीग्रेटेड कॉम्प्लेक्स बोलते हैं।
The PM also talked about his plans to bring in new technological innovations to the railway network in the country. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now to Kashmir, where 2 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists and 1 Pakistani spy have been arrested by the Jammu and Kashmir police. The spy is suspected of carrying out espionage activities and passing out vital information to his country. Meanwhile, as the Kashmir shutdown entered its 106th day on Saturday, curfew was lifted from 6 areas of Srinagar.
A day after 7 Pakistani rangers were killed by the border security forces at the international border in Kathua district, Jammu and Kashmir police arrested a Pakistani spy from the Samba sector and 2 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists from Baramulla.
24 घंटे में हमने एक ऑपरेशन कैरी आउट किया था जिसमें हमने 2 टेररिस्ट को अरेस्ट किया है। ये जैश ए मोहम्मद के हैं और एक खालिद करके एक पाकिस्तानी टेररिस्ट है, उसके जो उस ग्रुप का सरगना है। ये ग्रुप जिम्मेवार है जो 16 अगस्त को एक अटैक हुआ था सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस में, जिसमें 2 आर्मी के और एक पुलिस के जवान शहीद हुए थे। तो ये हमें एक बड़ी कामयाबी है जिसमें हमने इस ग्रुप को एक तरह से काफ़ी बड़ा धक्का पहुंचाया है।
सिस्टर एजेंसी से इंफॉर्मेशन आई थी कि एक आदमी है जो अक्रॉस अपने हैंडलर्स को कुछ सेंसिटिव इंफॉर्मेशन हमारे यहाँ की फोर्सेस के बारे में और डिप्लॉयमेंट के बारे में भेजता है। तो उसकी बिना पे हमने उस आदमी को ट्रैक किया, उसको आइडेंटिफाई किया और बाद में उसको अरेस्ट किया।
The police also recovered an AK-47 and a pistol from the terrorists. The 2 men, Safir Ahmed Bhatt and Farhan Fayaz, are alleged to be part of a terror module in Baramulla district.
हमारी तो प्रिपरेशन शुरू से थी, लेकिन ये जो अचानक हुआ है, कल भी उन्होंने सीज़फायर वायलेशन किया था और काफ़ी पाकिस्तान को नुकसान पहुंचा। मेरी बीएसएफ के आईजी उनसे बात हुई थी। आज उन्होंने हम पर हमारे यहाँ पर उन्होंने फायरिंग की है जिसमें ये नुकसान हुआ है। बीएसएफ जो है उसको अपना जो काम करना है, जो उनको डायरेक्शंस है उसके मुताबिक वो कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, on the border, fear has gripped villagers whose houses have been targeted amid continuous ceasefire violations by the Pakistani army.
तो पशु मारे गए हैं, तो बाकी ट्रैक्टर है, थ्रेशर है, जो भी है, इधर जितना सामान नज़दीक पे है काफ़ी नुकसान हुआ है। तो बाकी इन्होंने 12-1 बजे फायरिंग किया, काफ़ी फायरिंग किया। इधर बाकी गांव के आगे पीछे काफ़ी गोले गिरे हैं, तो काफ़ी ट्रांसफर के पास गिरे हैं, तारे बिजली के काफ़ी टूट गए हैं।
On Friday, BSF said it killed 7 Pakistani rangers and a militant. The fresh attack in Suchetgarh village came hours after the incident. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Over to Indore now, where the 2-day Global Investors Summit organized by the state government of Madhya Pradesh kick-started today. Approximately 150 CEOs and over 3,000 delegates, including the Union Finance Minister, attending the event. Here's a report from Day 1.
Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has urged the private sector to loosen its purse strings and make the most of the demand uptake following a good monsoon and softer rates due to controlled inflation. Addressing the Global Investors Summit in Indore, Jaitley said India had become the world's largest, fastest-growing major economy on the back of a spurt in public spending and that the private sector must join the growth spurt.
Everyone who invests in Madhya Pradesh will also invest keeping one future factor in mind. Hopefully next year, with the implementation of the GST, when India becomes one market, there will be a full flow of goods and services across the nation. Now, this seamless flow of goods and services across the nation will necessarily involve one important factor, that is the supply chains which have to be created. And there is no state which is better geographically located in the center of the country like Madhya Pradesh, which in due course will become a hub for a large number of companies which are involved in supply of goods and services across the country.
When our government had come, we had investment only of 11,000 crores. In 2 years, we have got 1,24,000 crores of investment proposal, which we are expediting. And I'm very happy to inform, in just 1 year, in India, we have established 40 mobile manufacturing factories in India.
The finance minister also said the slowdown in several parts of the world had created a situation that a lot of foreign capital was coming into the country.
And fortunately for us, many things in India have changed. For one, decision making has become easier. You have a more decisive government, a more decisive prime minister. There is a clarity as far as direction is concerned. And therefore, India is trying, with its renewed confidence, to fight adversity and gain an advantage which has so far eluded us.
The two-day Global Investor Summit is being held in Madhya Pradesh with the aim of bringing in more international investors to the state. Approximately 150 CEOs and over 3,000 delegates, including the Union Finance Minister, are attending the event. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
BJP MP Varun Gandhi today rejected all charges leveled against him by US-based whistleblower C. Edmunds Allen. In a two-page open letter to the people of India, he described as bizarre charges that he was honey-trapped to leak defence secrets. The Sultanpur MP said that there was not a grain of truth or shred of evidence against him.
BJP MP Varun Gandhi on Saturday called the charge of leaking defence secrets to arms dealer Abhishek Verma as false and frivolous. The Sultanpur MP issued a statement refuting point by point the allegations levelled against him. He pointed out that as a member of the Defence Consultative Committee from 2009, he had never attended its meetings. Similarly, he said he had attended very few meetings of the Defence Standing Committee. On Thursday, Swaraj Abhiyan leaders Prashant Bhushan and Yogendra Yadav released a letter written by New York-based lawyer Edmunds Allen to the PMO claiming that Varun Gandhi was honey-trapped and compromised by Verma.
वरुण गांधी जी ने पिछले कुछ समय से कुछ काम ऐसे किए जिसमें उन्होंने मतलब हर चीज पर मोदी जी का गुणगान नहीं किया। भारतीय जनता पार्टी चाहती है किसी देवी या देवता की तरह प्रतिमा बनाकर कुछ भी आप करो, नरेंद्र मोदी जी का आप उसमें जो है गुणगान करो। मेरे ख्याल से अगली बार से तो ये भी चाहेंगे कि बच्चों का केक भी कटे तो उसमें मोदी जी की तस्वीर हो। तो जब उन्होंने ये नहीं किया और अपने मेरे ख्याल से विवेक से अपना काम किया तो ये कुछ नई जो इन्फॉर्मेशन पीएमओ के पास आई थी, पीएमओ ने इसको सार्वजनिक किया है। तो ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अंदर की राजनीति है। शायद अमित शाह और मोदी जी को नहीं पसंद होंगे वरुण गांधी जी, तो इसलिए ये सब हरकतें कर रहे हैं और इसीलिए कहा होगा एक आध सांसद थे कि भाई उसको भड़काओ कि कुछ कह दो।
Varun Gandhi's letter states that he never met Edmunds Allen and does not know who he is except what was reported in the press. Varun Gandhi also says he met Verma socially after being introduced to him as the son of Veena and Shrikant Verma, who were both members of parliament. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
In other news now, MNS Supremo Raj Thackeray has said that producers who signed Pakistani actors in their movies will now have to pay a sum of 5 crore rupees as penance for the army's welfare. MNS called off their protests against Karan Johar's new movie after a closed-door meeting between Party Supremo Raj Thackeray, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, Karan Johar, Mukesh Bhatt and others. After the meeting, the Film and Television Producers Guild of India gave an assurance of passing a resolution stating that they will not work with Pakistani actors in future. After the Uri attack and escalated tension between India and Pakistan, MNS had demanded a ban on Ae Dil Hai Mushkil for featuring Pakistani actor Fawad Khan. The movie is scheduled to be released on the 28th of October.
चित्रपट सुरू होण्याच्या अगोदर म्हटलं त्यांनी एक पाठी टाकावी की आम्ही उरीतल्या किंवा आजपर्यंत शहीद झालेल्या आम्ही जवानांना श्रद्धांजली अर्पण करतोय आणि आमच्या जवानांना सगळ्यांना आम्ही सॅल्यूट देतोय। दुसरी गोष्ट, आम्हाला एक पत्र लागेल जे त्यांनी पत्र त्यांनी ताबडतोब द्यावं की याच्या पुढे, कारण ही जी आहे ही प्रोड्युसर्स गिल्ड जी ऑर्गनायझेशन जी आहे या संस्थेमध्ये सर्वात जास्ती आता काम करत असलेले प्रोड्युसर्स सर्वात जास्ती या गिल्डमध्ये आहेत। त्याच्यामुळे आम्हाला तुम्ही लिहून द्यावं की याच्या पुढे आम्ही एकही पाकिस्तानी कलावंत, टेक्निशियन, सिंगर याच्या पुढे आम्ही आमच्या चित्रपटात घेणार नाही। त्याप्रमाणे ते बोलले हो, अॅग्री झाले। आणि तिसरी गोष्ट, मी त्यांच्याशी जे काय बोलले होते त्याच्यापुढे ते मुख्यमंत्र्यांशी बोलणार आहेत की ते किती पैसे देणार आहेत वगैरे। मी त्यांना सांगितलं की प्रायश्चित्त म्हणून तुम्ही प्रत्येक प्रोड्युसरने या ज्यांनी पाकिस्तानी कलावंत ज्यांनी चित्रपटात घेतलेला आहे, मग तो करण जोहर असेल नाही तर शाहरुख खान असेल कोणी असेल, मी म्हटलं की प्रत्येक प्रोड्युसरने 5-5 कोटी रुपये आर्मी वेलफेअर फंडाला द्यावेत।
In more national news, in Vadodara, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also distributed artificial limbs and assisting devices to over 10,000 physically handicapped persons. The event was organized by the Central Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and the Artificial Limb Manufacturing Corporation of India. The government is paying special attention to the welfare of Divyangs with a number of schemes being launched for them. A quick break here. We'll be back with more news in a bit. Stay with us.
In this episode of Special Report, we are in Canada.
Canada, a colonial cousin of India.
कनाडा में सब कुछ है जो भारत को चाहिए और भारत के पास वो सब कुछ है जो कनाडा को चाहिए.
Is now the first choice of Indian migrants. Watch a special report from Canada with love, only on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. Let's get to international news now. Iraqi coalition forces have intensified their attack in a bid to recapture Mosul. The Iraqi army, along with the Kurdish Peshmerga forces, launched a joint attack to retake few Christian villages near Mosul, which were taken by the Islamic State in 2014. Meanwhile, the U.S. Defense Secretary Ash Carter arrived in Baghdad to meet Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi and assess the ongoing campaign.
The Iraqi assault to recapture Mosul from the Islamic State continues. On Saturday, the coalition forces pressed ahead, retaking the Christian town of Karakosh in the southeast. The terror group had captured the town back in 2014. The army also battled in the north to retake the Christian villages of Tel Askof and Batnaya. Both offensives started with a joint attack on 3 different fronts. While the army is advancing from the south and the east, Kurdish Peshmerga fighters are holding fronts in the east and the north. Iraqi special units have so far captured a strategic town of Bartella.
نحن في مركز مدينة برطلة عند كنيسة مريم العذراء عليها السلام. تم تطهير المنطقة والحمد لله منذ يوم أمس وخلال ساعات محددة.
U.S. Defense Secretary Ashton Carter also arrived in Baghdad to meet Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi and assess the campaign. The US-led coalition is helping the 30,000-strong allied forces with the airstrikes. But the joint forces in Iraq are facing challenges not only on the battlefield, but also in the political corridors. Experts say that managing all groups involved in the war is more delicate. Conflict among them could potentially become an advantage for the Islamic State.
The Iraqi parties, whether they are Kurds, Arabs, Sunnis, or the people of that area like the civilians, these groups would face damage and harm in a destabilized relationship among the present armed forces.
The Mosul offensive is expected to become the biggest battle in Iraq after the US-led invasion in 2003. It will intensify in the coming weeks, with the safety of the civilians becoming the biggest threat in the besieged city. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Meanwhile, in neighboring Syria, hope for residents of the besieged city of Aleppo seems to be fading away. Despite Russia extending the ceasefire by a day, evacuations could not begin due to security concerns. Medical deliveries could also not reach the city. Both Russia and Syria are blaming rebel fighters for preventing evacuations and aid from reaching the people.
An uneasy calm prevailed across the northern Syrian city of Aleppo on Saturday, the last day of the unilateral ceasefire announced by Russia. The Russian Defense Ministry had on Friday extended the humanitarian pause for another day, halting their bombardment of the rebel-held city. Residents of the besieged town have been asked to quit the city and depart for other insurgent-held districts under the promise of safe travel.
Пауза в районе Алеппо будет продлена еще на сутки, с 8 до 19 часов 22 октября. Рассчитываем, что все заинтересованные стороны все-таки окажут влияние на боевиков для спасения мирных жителей Восточного Алеппо, которые фактически находятся в заложниках у террористов.
However, despite the extended ceasefire, medical evacuations and aid deliveries could not begin in Aleppo. The United Nations said security concerns were preventing aid workers from making food and aid deliveries.
Evacuations of sick and injured people could unfortunately not begin this morning in East Aleppo as planned, because the necessary conditions were not in place to ensure safe, secure and voluntary evacuation of sick and critically wounded people and their families.
Both Russia and Syria have accused opposition fighters of preventing evacuations.
They say security conditions prevent that, while we know and they know that this is not the reason, that they are prevented by different terrorists inside the city from the evacuation, but I don't know why they don't want to talk about that.
The rebels have already announced they cannot accept the ceasefire, saying it does nothing to alleviate the situation of those who choose to remain in Aleppo. The UN Rights Council, meanwhile, has called for a special investigation into the violence in Aleppo in a resolution fiercely critical of Syria's government. German Chancellor Angela Merkel also demanded an end to attacks on Aleppo by Syrian government forces and Russia, warning that the European Union would take measures against both if the bombing campaign continued.
Trotzdem sind die Weichen gestellt, denn wir haben nicht nur gesagt, dass wir uns Maßnahmen gegen Syrien vorstellen können, sondern eben auch Maßnahmen gegen alle, die in diesem Zusammenhang Alliierte von Syrien sind.
The city of Aleppo, captured by rebels in 2012, has been under siege by the army since mid-July. It has faced devastating bombardment by the government and its ally Russia since the 22nd of September, when an offensive to retake the city was launched. Nearly 500 people have been killed and thousands of civilians wounded since the assault began. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And here are more international news updates in Global Buzz. In Cameroon, at least 55 people died and about 300 were injured when a packed passenger train overturned near Iseka. The train was traveling between the two biggest cities, Yaoundé and Douala, with 1,300 people on the train. There are fears that the death toll could rise. Typhoon Haima made landfall in China's Guangdong province, triggering sudden downpour in several cities, even as authorities rushed to issue warnings against floods. The Chinese National Met Center said that Haima weakened after making landfall, while torrential rains were expected to hit southern China till Sunday. China said that a patrol by a U.S. warship in the South China Sea on Friday was illegal and provocative. China's defense ministry said that the guided missile destroyer USS Decatur carried out patrols near the Paracel Islands, over which China has territorial disputes with its neighbors. It added that Chinese warships asked the US warship to leave and that the Chinese military would now increase air and sea patrols. Russia's investigative committee today confirmed that at least 19 people were killed when a helicopter crashed in Siberia. The helicopter was flying from the Siberian region of Krasnoyarsk to the town of Urengoy when it in fact crashed. And now let's get you all the latest from the world of sports in SportsBeat. Seven-time defending champions India will take on Iran in the Kabaddi World Cup final in Ahmedabad today. India crushed Thailand 73-20 in the semi-final on Friday, while Iran defeated South Korea in a low-scoring thriller 28-22. India were held to a 1-1 draw by South Korea in their second game of the Asian Champions Trophy. Lalit Upadhyay equalized in the 33rd minute for India after Jun Woo-jong had given the 1-0 lead to South Korea in the 10th minute. India had opened their campaign with a 10-2 thrashing of Japan. Russia have named Zabivaka, the wolf, as their mascot for the 2018 Football World Cup. The wolf received more than 50% of the votes, beating competition from a tiger and a cat after 18-month-long voting process. Former world number one Rafael Nadal will not be playing any more tournaments in the rest of 2016 to recover from his injuries. The 14-time Grand Slam winner has struggled with injuries in the recent past and has gone without adding a major title for the second successive season. Nadal, who earlier pulled out of the French Open and Wimbledon, was to play in Basel next week. And that's all we have for you on the News at 6. Thanks so much for joining us.